Here we go. We're back again. You can see I'm already in the process of clearing this thing up. It's still way too cluttered for my taste, but man, I'll be done soon. I'm going to clean all this up. It'll be clear by the end of the week. So I've been watching this tutorial on the, what is this thing called? Volume Builder. And man, Volume Builder is really cool. I am like, I'm gonna open a new project just because it's really awesome how this thing works. So if you throw in, apparently this is a relatively new feature. It came out in R21. Hello, hi. Came out in R21. This mesher and builder. So and the guy was like explaining in this video here. I'll pull it up. I just typed in something in YouTube. Was like whatever volume builder. Really? So anyway, this one here, Cinema 4D, the volume builder, and it's a guy that I love the name of the channel too is Digital Meat, and it's like tutorials you could sink your teeth into or something. That's pretty good. So yeah, he describes like voxel grids and what exactly the volume builder is doing. It's really cool. So yeah, essentially the volume builder it works in voxels, and voxels do not render out, which is why after you voxelize, you have to put the mesh back on it, because C4D will only render out meshes, I guess, if that makes any sense. But it was really cool what he was doing. So the first one he did was put like a torus in, and I think he just like grabbed one of these, yeah. And from the torus, he put the torus inside the builder, and the builder actually needs to go inside the mesher. And then he made this really cool thing with a cube. This was awesome how he did this. So he makes it smaller, and I'm just gonna do it by whatever. Grab one of these guys, or not. T. Something like that. He does something really cool here. He makes it editable. Then he goes to faces, selects one, does Control A, selects all, and then he deselects the top and bottom faces. Now, when he goes to extrude, he extrudes them like that. But then there's a box that says preserve groups or don't preserve groups. So when you don't preserve the grouping, oh man, look how cool that is. He makes a cross, essentially. Then he takes his cross. Whoa, dude! Did not mean to do that, but that's pretty awesome too. That happened because I was still on the faces here. What? That's amazing. That was so much fun. And I bet you, oh no, I probably can't. So I can't add fillets now, but I could have before I, whatever, made it editable. But whatever, that's still fun. I'm just trying to like center it up a little bit. That looks cool. All right, now if I put this inside the volume builder, see how it automatically blends it together? And you could do several things here. in the volume builder, this thing is set to union. So I could do subtract and it would just put dents in my thing. I could go to intersect, and so intersect only shows where those two shapes are intersecting. I like union. You can go and add, creates a cache layer above the currently selected layer. That's interesting. I can add a smooth, and then smooth actually smooths it out even further. That's cray cray. And then if I go into smooth, I can mess with the strength. How cool is that? All right, now, I think I could still, I love that. Look how it just like separates at the end there. Neat. Dude, I just made a steering wheel. I unintentionally made a steering wheel. How cool is that? Um, Pipe radius. I think I want to make it thinner, which means I could then bring in the ring radius. Dude, how sweet is that? It's amazing. Okay, so here's what else he was saying. Like the smoothness of it, I put a smoother on, but if you go on to the volume builder and you go to this smooth, SDF smooth, here iterations will tell you it's like how many times it actually smooths it. So if I go up to 2, it'll smooth it out even more. So it applies that effect, that smooth effect, however many times, right? I think I only need a single pass. That looks awesome. That's really fun. Blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Now what do I do? I just like looking at it. Ah, man, how cool is that from that way? Um, Man, we could have so much fun with this thing. I like this volume builder. All right, so how would I do? All right, all right, all right. I'm gonna try to do the same thing. I'm gonna take the cube out. Yeah, look at that. And turn the cube off. I'm gonna do the same thing with a. How would you do that with a platonic? That's gonna be hard with that because. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I might not need those two either. Oops. How did I even do that before? I think I pressed E. That's fun. Dude, that is like a really quick and easy crystal shard thing. I was trying to make crystal shards before. A long time ago. No. Oh, because I'm selling face. Dude, that's sweet. That looks like quartz or something. All sorts of fun discoveries here today. Um, that platonic I can't change the thickness of now, though. I don't want to go back here and do this, though. Right? Dude, that looks like pretty good crystal shards there. If you ask me. Can I apply a fracture to that now? Is that here? I wonder what LOD is. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. Now I wonder if I don't know, does it have to go on this one? Or does it actually go on the fracture? Can't tell. Yeah, glass I think I want. Alright, let's go with ice. Is it working actually? Now the question is, do you see the fractures? This is my cheap lighting trick. If I go into here, luminance, just turn the luminance on. It's just a white light. And I can go in here if I go to texture and I do a gradient, I think. You could do something like a radial, or maybe it needs to be spherical. And can I reverse it? I thought there was a way to reverse. Look how cool that is, though, huh? That's cool. Oh, that's because cycle's on, right? I thought I could, now it's completely dark space, right? I think that might be a little better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Missing Skype calls. Oh, look at 11% battery remaining. Guys, I'm not going to make it to 12:30. I'm not plugged in. My charger's downstairs. That's why this is like just taking so long. But I'm probably going to cut out soon anyway. I got things to do. And turn all those off. How long is it going to take to render? I just want to see if it does the fractures. That would be really cool. All right, so here's my next plan, right? I do want to continue in Blender, actually. There's a couple programs that I want to mess around with. I do definitely want to get into Blender a little bit more, and I also want to get into this guy down here, which is Houdini. And there's another one called Redshift that looks really interesting, and I don't understand what any of them really do. Houdini looks more like visual effects, explosions, and things like that. I think Redshift to me looks more like liquid dynamics, which is really cool too. I think I could be completely off base there, but what I've seen Houdini do some really awesome explosions, and I've seen some Redshift stuff where it's like really cool liquid stuff that I want to get into. So I'd love to explore those three programs a little bit more. Um, and most of those, like Houdini, I know I can run together with um, C4D. Now, Blender has another renderer, Octane renderer, which you can use like some sort of limited version for free with Blender. Now, Octane renderer looks like really awesome high-def renders, so I want to get into a bunch of stuff. So stick around for sure, and I will be diving into that stuff. And listen, this is kind of like my learning journey, I guess, which I think is, well, there's so many, I think, benefits from seeing this aspect of it. For me, like, the people that I follow on social media are those where, like, you see the beginning, the middle, the end, you see where they start from, and then you follow them for such a long period of time where you see, like, some actual progress. That, to me, is the really interesting stuff on the internet right now. Yeah, I like watching, like, tutorials and stuff like that, but to me, following people that just, like, say, you know what, I'm diving into this, I have zero experience, follow me. Those are the people that I follow, you know. I love, like, actually that like brings, you know, that the term following to a whole new thing. Like, I'm not just following a person because they do cool stuff. I'm following their journey. So I hope you'll follow me in my journey. And yeah, also for me as a teacher, this is the best way that I can demonstrate the learning aspect of things. To me, this is learning, right? Like, me being on the journey with you is, I think, real true learning. It's not me telling you something, right? It's like discovering things together, I think, is the true meaning of learning. So I hope you will continue to follow me. I'm I'm going to be doing this, man. I enjoy actually getting some time to explore, do these explorials, and so I plan on continuing to do it. My battery is on 13%. I got 8 minutes left. So, well, that would take me right up to 12:30. 8 minutes, but we'll see if it actually lasts 8 minutes. See, I want to see if this fracture is actually fracturing. I might have to make some spaces, which you can do pretty actually easily. In this fracture, it might be an offset fragments. Like if I go to like 0.5. Might have spaced them a little bit. Oh, come on. There it is. That still looks fake to me. I really want like high def renders. It was cool how quickly we were able to do it, and it is fractured. That's neat. I want to make hyper realistic crystals. That's my goal. I think that would be so cool. Uh-oh, battery's low. Close. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.